G'day and welcome to one of the most important topics of all if you have rheumatoid arthritis, which is diet. Now there's a lot of confusion about rheumatoid arthritis diets, and today I want to set the record straight and give you some real information that you can use. So if you have rheumatoid arthritis, you can start to reduce pain levels pretty much immediately by changing what goes into your body. Because a lot of things happen from the moment you put something in your mouth until the moment you press flush. And those things are all influencing your joint pain. So let's talk about rheumatoid arthritis diet. And I have spent the last 5 years looking into this because I had chronic rheumatoid arthritis, and I just want to show you what I was going through.
So like the elbows kind of elbows pretty locked up, like that's hurting a lot, like that. I don't even want to demonstrate that one. This one's this is the one that's had the operation. It's like, if I put that close enough to the camera, you could hear that actually clicking as it's coming down. I couldn't take my earplugs out of my head this morning. My hand could just get to there, and I just didn't have the strength to rip out the earplugs. It's that bad today. And I'll just now try and show you this knee. Compared to this guy, he's really blown up, and so all around here is just rock hard with synovial fluid that's all gone up. Also in behind, but I can't twist it to show you because it hurts too much.
So as you can see, I was really suffering terribly from rheumatoid arthritis, and now I'd like to show you quickly a little video of the first time that I was able to run.
Yep.
Filming video?
Yep. Go, honey! Yeah!
So that was my wife yelling with glee in the background of that video, because that moment for us when I was able to run again for the first time was extraordinary, and the uplifting feeling and the relief that you get when you get off your medication, which I was able to do, and also to just have that fluidity back in your joints again and reduce that inflammation is extraordinary. So I show that not to impress you, but to impress upon you the possibilities, and the possibilities all exist with changing what you eat. Now, your doctor may say that there are very limited scientific research showing the links between rheumatoid arthritis and diet. But I, on the other hand, can show you 22 scientific articles that show the complete opposite. For the last 30 years, rheumatology has been presented with the results of the relationship between all things from fasting to elimination diets, to raw food diets, to starch-based diets, to things like high-protein diets like the Atkins diet or paleo diets, and the results have been compiled and put together. So what do these scientific studies show? What do the 22 scientific studies show between the links between food and rheumatoid arthritis? Well, they show some very interesting things. First of all, they show that everyone who stops eating gets better. Not just a little bit, but dramatically better. Now, this was the first insight that I gained into the relationship between the intestinal system and rheumatoid arthritis. Because one time, in the midst of having lots of joint pain and problems, I ate a real huge amount of cherries. I was eating for the hopeful improvement to my body from eating cherries. Now, the cherries are kind of just a side feature of this story, because what happened is I got food poisoning from them because they weren't washed. And I vomited and I was sick with diarrhea for 24 hours. And at the end of that, I had no joint pain. Really incredible. And that's when I realized that not eating could improve rheumatoid arthritis. But of course, we have to eat. And so my project became, how do we actually eat and yet still keep our pain levels low with rheumatoid arthritis? And so that was a huge challenge, because I was late to find more scientific studies that showed the relationship between various food allergies and rheumatoid arthritis. And this is why your rheumatologist says that most people have a different result, or that food doesn't really matter when it comes to your joint disease. They are partially right, because everyone has different food sensitivities. And this is what makes it very difficult. So some people find that, for instance, soy creates aggravation for their joints, and other people it might be dairy products. But for every person it's different. However, the balance of the scientific studies show that there are certain foods that statistically create more inflammation in the body than others. And those foods tend to be inflammatory to the intestinal environment. And those foods include meat and dairy products in particular, and cereal grains such as wheat and oats. So if you're eating meat and dairy products and cereals and oats, then there is a statistically higher chance that those things are causing you joint pain, in addition to the possibility of creating inflammation in your body from food allergies in addition to those foods. And that's why trying to get to the bottom of the irritation to your joints with diet is extraordinarily tough. That's why it took me years. And I studied the intestinal system very intensely, and found that the intestinal environment, when restored, can heal the external symptoms of the joints. And there are 5 aspects of a poor intestinal environment that need to be addressed, and that those 5 aspects I have coined the term blame. That's B-L-A-M-E. That's B for bacteria, L for leaky gut, which is a naturopathic term, and then A for acidosis, or too much acidity in the body, M for your mucosal lining, which is a protective barrier on the inside of the intestinal wall, and finally E is for enzymes, which is one of the most overlooked and critically important part of any dietary program. Enzymes are found in all raw foods, uncooked foods, and so enzymes could be in things like lettuce or celery or raw carrots or cucumbers, everything that's uncooked and natural. And as soon as you cook foods above essentially the temperature that exists in nature, which is up to around about 40 degrees Celsius, then those foods lose their critical enzymes. And these enzymes are important for your digestive health because they help break down foods. So the underlying blame can be addressed by eliminating the aggravating foods that you're putting into your mouth, avoiding the a common allergic triggering foods, which are another range of foods, and eating an enormous amount of foods that actually restore the health of the intestines. And they actually replenish your healthy bacteria, heal that leaky gut, restore alkalinity instead of acidity, put mucus back onto your intestinal lining, and replenish the body with enzymes. And there are a lot of foods that, like the enzyme-rich foods that I mentioned about, that will do this, but there are also some cooked foods which don't require a lot of enzyme resources for the body that then help you with certain aspects of that blame. So what you're after is an anti-inflammatory, non-allergic, non-rheumatoid arthritis aggravating diet. And I've put together that exact program at the website www.rheumatoidarthritisprogram.com, and there is a product on there called the Paddison program to rheumatoid arthritis, which took me years to put together, and it's available if you're interested in following a natural approach to rheumatoid arthritis and addressing this chronic disease using nutrition in either instead of or in parallel to your rheumatology sessions. So I'm not a medical doctor, and I'm not advising that you get off your medications to start this program, but I would encourage you to read more about it and to consider it as an option to potentially be able to minimize and even with some luck and dedication be able to hopefully move off of medications in the future. So go and check it out. Thanks for watching this video, and I wholeheartedly send you my warmth and healing vibes and wish you all the very best in the future, because RA is terrible and you deserve a better life. Thanks for watching.